PTSD can lead to a catastrophic fail. So I put a video on yesterday that was related to talking to people, talking to someone, talking to anyone, talking to your friend, just going to let a car go by. Talking to someone, whether that be your doctor, a therapist, counsellor, or your best friend. I mean, I'm no wizard, I'm no expert on these things, I'm not a counsellor or a therapist or a doctor myself. What I am is a bloke who's been through it. Now, all of those experts will tell you that you should talk to somebody. You should get these things out in the open, out of your brain. And I thought I would talk to you about how it worked for me. So for years, I was like a radiator in an old car. I was getting a bit tatty. I was starting to break down. And every day, the pressure would just build and build. Until one day, a crack appeared and I vented. And I vented to the point where I had to stop. So a temporary repair was made. Some rad weld was put in and it sealed the crack for a little while. And then I'd drive my body again and the crack would reappear and I would vent. Every time I vented, I was doing more damage. What I needed, really, was to be repaired properly or replaced. And one day, I realised that if I didn't get the crack repaired properly, then I was going to end up on the tip. I was either going to end up on the tip at the scrappy, or I was going to completely, catastrophically fail. So I sought help. Now, the way that I did it was I went through the NHS. And I have no complaints about that. The Armed Forces Covenant kicked in, and up where I was living at the time, there was a programme, an NHS programme called First Step. And within 2 days, I had a questionnaire in my email box to fill in. And within 2 weeks, I was talking to a therapist. And it was like somebody removing a cap safely. And yes, there was a bit of coughing and spluttering. A few tears. Hello. Yeah, a few tears. And yeah, there was, you know, snot. But I didn't at any point feel that that was bad for me in that conversation. In fact, it was utter relief. I literally felt at the end of that conversation like tension was released from my chest. Now, I still have bad days, of course I do. Never going to be perfect. It's like scarring, isn't it? When you cut and it's a bad cut, there's always a mark, there's always something left behind to show that injury. But you know, some people dig scars. And yes, I do have low days, of course I do. But I'm a fuck's sight better than I was 3 years ago, I can tell you. So yeah, that's always going to be my first piece of advice. If somebody asks me, what are you going to do? What could they do? I'm always going to say, have you spoken to anybody? All right, so yeah, if you don't already, follow me. I'm all right.